This episode is brought to you by syphilis. The candies, not the disease that your mom has.
What?
Yeah. Sorry, Jack.
No.
Yep. You are listening to Questionable Material with Jack Helmuth and Brian Sack. This episode, news you missed. Brian's screenplays. An interview with President Donald J. Trump.
Our first episode of a new decade.
A new decade.
Wow. They say this is going to be, I'm hearing a lot of people say this is the questionable material decade.
That's what I've heard too. And that's what it is on the Chinese calendar, Jack.
Is it? Is this the year of the questionable material?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was last year was like pig or fork or something. And this year it's questionable material.
The year of the fork?
Yeah, that's a Chinese thing.
Huh.
Yeah, which is weird because they use chopsticks.
I know. That's
You'd
really.
think, why would they do forks?
God, they play with your minds.
They do mess with. They play a long game,
Yeah.
Jack. They play a long game. They're very wise.
They are.
Yeah.
They really are.
And they're good at math.
Yes. Good. This episode has been brought to you by Lazy Stereotypes. What? How's your 2020 been so far?
2020 has been great.
Why?
It's been terrible, Jack.
Oh no, I didn't think it would go that far the other direction.
Jack, it's been great. It's been mellow. You know, there was the fireworks and then the beer.
The fireworks and the beer?
Yeah, New Year's Eve. Did you have a great New Year's Eve?
No. For the second year of the last three, I spent my New Year's Eve before the ball dropped, sitting on the floor of my bathroom with my child because they felt like they had to throw up.
Are you serious?
Yep,
drank too much?
Yeah, they
wow.
You know, because you start them like at 8 o'clock because they
little
handle
stomachs.
liquor little stomachs. And man, I mean, I love my kids, but they are freaking lightweights.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, they can't. You get like 2 or 3 Fosters, and they're like idiots.
And you're not much of a boozer either, so
no,
I mean,
I'm not.
They probably inherited that gene.
Yeah, but their mother is a borderline alcoholic.
Is she really?
So she likes
glug,
the
glug,
wine.
glug, glug, glug.
Yeah. So it's something in the middle. But man, my kids. I mean, I'm embarrassed. I mean, I don't want to. Stuff on the internet lives forever.
Right.
But they are.
This isn't the internet.
Embarrass me.
This is not the internet,
isn't it?
No, it's a podcast.
Oh. Yeah. So that's how I spent my New Year's Eve.
Wow.
Yeah, with my daughter, with her chin on the toilet, with me reading her Berenstain Bears stories for 2.5 hours as my leg fell asleep.
Man. And I thought I had it bad because the fog rolled in when the fireworks went off.
Do you think that was a fog or smoke?
No, it was fog.
When all the explosions happened and then it made fog.
No. It was hilarious. Midnight rolls around. We go outside to watch the fireworks, and this incredible fog had just encompassed everything. And all you could do, you could hear explosions and see glow. It was just like a vague glow in the distance. And it was we were like, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. It can't be this bad. And then after the fireworks and stuff, like an hour or two later, the skies cleared and it was pristine again.
I mean, I hate to say this to you, but you are a grown ass man, and fireworks are the same. They're just, you've seen fireworks before.
I have.
It's not a new thing.
You're right.
What do you think of the Golden Globes?
I watched the Ricky Gervais monologue.
Yes.
I did not see anything else.
Yes. That's all you needed to see.
That's all you needed to see. He was great.
Fantastic.
Loved him.
Yep.
Very funny. We're going to see him in May.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
On the show?
Huh?
You booked him for our show?
I wish I could say that.
Okay.
But no, I paid money for tickets to go see his show.
I have a comedy story.
Boring.
Is it?
I don't know. Let me hear it first.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
Stop judging it.
Sorry. So I went to go see Norm Macdonald.
Like Norm Macdonald, who you wrote a joke for back in the day.
He's the first person to ever say my words on television.
That's right.
And so I went to go see Norm do a concert in 10 minutes away from my house. It's this like 2,000, 3,000 seat auditorium in Tarrytown, New York.
Tarrytown.
And so afterwards, I get to go backstage and see Norm.
Yes.
And so my wife and I would go backstage, and I see his assistant, Lori Jo, and we talk, we give a hug. Like, we turn the corner and we can see in the backstage area, it's completely empty. It's just, we turn the corner and there's Norm. Hey, Jack, hey, how you doing there? And so it's just Norm. And I'm like, hey, Norm. So I take a step towards him, and out of the corner of my eye, like, oh, there's one other person back here. And so I sort of look to my side, to the left of me, and it's Louis C.K.
Louis C.K. Backstage at Norm Macdonald.
So it's me, Betsy.
Yeah.
Norm's assistant, Louis C.K.
Wow.
Hanging backstage for like 20 or 25 minutes talking about SNL and the news of the day.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was crazy.
Oh, that's great.
Like if anything, I mean, just of all people, just to be freaking hanging out. It was really, and I mean, there was an energy to him.
Yeah. Which one, Norm or Louis?
Well, Norm is great. I mean, Norm is my hero, but Louis, like there's that, not cloud, but you can't escape that energy of the moment of knowing what he's going through and what that is.
It's got to be super weird.
It was a little bit weird.
Yeah.
And my wife was definitely tuned into that like little bit of weirdness.
Did she rub him differently when she was?
She did. Yeah. It was, which I appreciate. I thought
When
it was
did he
respectful.
masturbate in front of you or just alone, solo?
Well, he asked me to leave.
Okay. I find him incredibly funny and stuff.
fantastic.
And I would go see his show any day. And I saw a show of his once back. I had a film in the Toronto Comedy Festival, whatever, just for laughs.
Mm-hmm.
And he just happened to perform and I watched it. It was great.
Yeah, it's great.
But why?
But I mean, I take out my penis like in front of my wife and I feel bad.
Yeah,
You
me
know, it's
too.
like-
She does. She feels horrible about it.
Say again?
She feels horrible about it.
No, I heard.
I read her blog.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I read her diary.
Yeah. Well, the blog is more, she's more nuanced.
Oh.
Whereas the diary is really just her opening up fully.
Yeah, she really got into into it graphically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which the diary that she keeps under her side of the bed or the diary she keeps in the cabinet?
Oh, I didn't know
office?
about the office diary.
Oh, the office diary is a little different.
Okay. What? So
It's more of like a dream log than a diary, really.
like so you've read it or
Yeah.
you co-write
a few
it or
times. No, I'll pop in every once in a while afterwards and just kind of read.
after what?
When I visit.
Oh,
Yeah. And then I'll just see, be like, oh, what dreams are we doing now? A lot of it has to do with you.
oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, what are some of the cool dreams?
Just like there was a cloud. She was in a room and there was a cloud and she couldn't breathe. Like she was suffocating. And then the cloud was your face.
What?
So you were the cloud.
Oh my gosh.
Preventing her from breathing.
Oh, so like my love enveloping her and like sort of giving her that comfort.
No,
of like,
it wasn't. 'Cause
then it knocks the wind out of her.
No, she talked about her lungs exploding. Like she was gasping for air or something. It was weird.
It's like when you see the Grand Canyon, it's like you're left breathless.
Yeah, except it was more like she was trying to inhale and couldn't because this thick fog was choking her.
Oh.
And then there was another. Actually,
what else was there?
There was another dream about you choking her.
Oh.
Like physically choking her.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was another dream. You're building a railroad and you have a big spike and you have to put the spike into the ground.
Yeah.
What do you use?
I don't know. A mallet?
Mallet. You were like, you were attacking her with a mallet. I don't know what the symbolism is. There was one you were a sandwich, but you choked her because she was eating the sandwich and then it turned into you and she choked.
Oh.
Dream logs are fun.
Okay. And you read that with her permission?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she was sleeping.
Uh-huh.
Exhausted.
Where was exhausted from?
Just stuff.
Okay. Where was I again?
You were at work.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. It's kind of upsetting, I guess, if I think about it. Hey, Brian.
Oh, Jack.
What?
Nothing.
Why did you have that tone of voice?
I don't have a tone of voice. Okay. I don't like when you say that I have a tone of voice.
Well, you're going to be very excited because I want to talk to you about something.
Uh-oh.
You know how we talked back, a couple months ago about your unpublished screenplays?
Yeah, of course. My unpublished screenplays. Yes.
Yeah. And unmade, that they
unsold, unpublished, unmade.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tragedy all around.
I found your other drawer of screenplays and I was wondering if you could tell me about some of your movies.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you so much. So I wrote down a list of all the titles of your movies. So if you could just sort of tell me what these movies are about.
Right.
I'm really excited.
Will do.
And the first one, I mean, I don't know if you wrote it recently because it's like, feels like straight from the news. And it's The Muppets Visit Iran.
The Muppets Visit Iran?
Yeah, Iran.
Well, I'm glad, first of all, thank you for bringing the Muppets back because it's been at least a couple of weeks since we said the word Muppet.
I didn't bring it. I didn't bring it. I don't know what you're talking about. You wrote the goddamn thing.
Yep. The Muppets Visit Iran.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is set in 1980.
Oh, hostage time.
Yep.
Okay. And
the Muppets have been enlisted into Delta Force. It's an elite group of the United States military, the Army, highly trained. Mm-hmm. And they've been tasked with rescuing the hostages that Iran had taken.
Oh,
I believe 52 hostages.
Yeah. That doesn't seem, that's exactly right. That doesn't seem like a Muppet type of story.
It's not.
Oh.
But we're trying to kind of, we wanted a jingoistic, militaristic Muppets movie.
Mm-hmm.
So they are tasked with recovering the hostages.
Oh, okay.
And there's a problem because Miss Piggy,
Mm-hmm.
being feministic as she is,
Yep.
refused to wear the hijab, would not cover up.
Okay.
And she was supposed to be undercover.
Right.
And she's like, I'll do many things for my country, but I will not do this.
Okay.
And so she appeared on the streets, unveiled, uncovered, and she was a pig. Pork is not acceptable
Right.
in Islam
Mm-hmm.
or Judaism.
Yeah. You think they could unite about that?
Yeah, there are lots of things they could unite about.
Mhm.
Apparently, like, nope. So they immediately take note of her.
Okay. They take note of her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And who's this? There's an unveiled pig woman. So very like two negatives right there.
Yeah.
And the mullahs are like, what is going on? Khomeini was the Ayatollah and alive at the time,
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh, what is this? Who is it?
Mm-hmm.
And so she gets caught
Mm-hmm.
and sent to Evan Prison, which is their notorious
Oh, I've not heard of that.
prison facility
Mm-hmm.
where they conduct a lot of tortures and executions. A horrible place. And so she's there. And, normally in a film, you would build up kind of a tension, a drama, like what's going to happen? What's going to happen to Miss Piggy?
Absolutely.
What, but they kill her right out.
No.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. So that's what they killed her right away.
Like in the first 10 minutes of the movie?
10 minutes of film, she's dead.
No.
Yeah. She's dead and they're done, and they dispose of the body.
Oh.
So,
How do they dispose of the body?
Huh?
How do they dispose of the body?
Well, obviously they're not going to eat her
Right.
because she's a pig.
Yep.
So they dug a hole
Mm-hmm.
and then they hung her from a crane. And they played a game with her body called, can you get the body into the hole? So they would pick.
That's what they call it?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's an Iranian game.
Okay.
So they'd pick her up by the neck and then they kind of dangle it over the hole and then they release it.
Uh-huh.
And she would drop and the body would hit the ground, but it didn't fall in the hole. And everybody gets a turn.
Okay.
So all the staff at Evan Prison there would take their turns, like trying to drop her
And this
body.
is the big set piece in the movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
And granted, it goes a little wrong. It's like 25, 30 minutes
Ooh,
of them
that seems long for one.
picking her up and dropping her body, trying to get in the hole. And then finally Farouk, who's one of the protagonists, he gets it into the hole.
Okay.
And then there's a big dance routine and they're cheering and all the children are given sweets and candies, like when the towers came down in 9/11 and the Palestinians were running around celebrating.
Mm-hmm. And this is a Muppet movie for the family?
That's what I was hoping. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Again, it's unsold.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
They didn't buy it.
Okay. So, all right. So what else happened? I mean, that seems like an inciting incident.
Yeah.
We're only like 15 minutes into this sucker. Well, then the 25-minute set piece, but
yeah. And then they're coming into the helicopters under cover of night, flying
The
low
Muppets.
under the radar. Yeah, the Muppet Delta Force team, led by Kermit. Instead of Kermit the Frog, it was Kermit the Major. He knows that Miss Piggy is dead, so he's there for revenge.
Okay.
And
It's personal.
yeah, this time it's personal. So here's the plan. They're going to land in the desert. They're going to refuel, and then they're going to fly into the city. They're going to break into the embassy. They're going to kill all the captors, and they're going to take the hostages and rescue them.
Great.
And so they get to the desert, they land, and they're refueling.
Yep.
Gonzo, who's kind of a reckless chap,
Yeah, he is.
loves cigars.
Uh-huh.
And he always has a routine before he goes into combat where he smokes a little cigar.
Mm-hmm.
So he lights up his cigar,
I feel
and
it.
he throws the match
Mhm.
and ignites half the helicopters. It's a huge catastrophe.
Oh, geez. It sounds like Muppet hijinks.
Yeah. Well, it's hijinks in a way, but they all died. And so the movie kind of ends there, but it doesn't,
Okay.
because then we follow Farouk.
Oh, okay. Is he just like a man or a boy, not a Muppet?
He was back. He worked back at the prison.
Oh, right.
He's
Okay.
just an Iranian prison guard who won the body dropping.
Yeah, I
contest.
remember him. So
he's
everyone, even Kermit, everyone's dead.
everybody's dead. All the Muppets are gone at this point.
Why did you?
We're an hour into the film.
Okay.
So Farouk goes on a vision quest because I like to confuse films and stuff.
Yeah, it's so artistic.
And he does like this Aborigine thing, even though he's Iranian.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of relying on the fact that nobody knows anything about geography.
It's smart.
Or culture.
Yeah.
So even though he's doing an Australian Aborigine vision quest like a thing,
couldn't you just change it to some like walking up the mountain to the mount or something?
Didn't want to.
Okay.
I didn't want to. And so he just walks out into the desert. And the funny thing is, and I'm wondering if people will notice, is he speaks Portuguese. He doesn't even speak Farsi or anything.
It seemed like sloppy, right? It just seemed like a bunch of random choices.
It was the first screenplay I wrote with dice.
Oh,
I would take 6 blank index cards.
Okay.
And on each card, I'd write a different plot point.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd number them all. Then I'd roll the dice. And then whatever popped up 3, then I pick up card number 3. I'm like, oh, now he's a nun.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was my approach to that particular film.
It seems like a haphazard way to make a film.
In retrospect, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much what the response I got from my agent and other people.
What was the number one comment you got from your agent or from Hollywood bigwig or whatever?
This is a very haphazard way to make a film.
Oh, okay. That was
actually, so you almost nailed it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have one I wanted to ask you about.
No.
Please.
Okay.
It would really help the segment if you would.
All right, fine.
Okay, great. Jim Cramer versus Kramer.
Jim Cramer versus Kramer. Yeah.
That seems like a niche movie, but I mean, maybe you can tell me why someone would make that.
Well, there are two roommates. One is a television stock person, financial personality who's known for being kind of hyperactive and somewhat annoying. And, and then Kramer from Seinfeld, who's kind of that, erratic, weird individual.
Yeah.
And so they live together. And so, one of them's always giving stock advice and the other one's always, up to some zany hijinks and is also racist. And then they ultimately wind up suing one another.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so it does become like it's illegal.
Yeah, it's because they both
drama.
They have a puppy that they both got named Brutus. And so they basically go to court to gain custody of Brutus.
Wow, that's
a brutal court
high
battle.
stakes. What are some of the tactics what makes it so brutal in the courtroom?
Well, Kramer points out that
which one?
Oh, the Cosmo Kramer points out that Jim Cramer has a lot of conflicts of interest.
Oh, yeah.
And then Jim Cramer points out that Cosmo Kramer is a closet racist. And so there's a lot of back and forth and, hijinks. But in the end, love conquers all.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
Meaning what?
There's a giant named Love he rises from the dead and comes and conquers all. Literally kills both of them.
No kidding.
Yeah, and the puppy.
Oh, Jesus. Why Brutus?
Because, he was a puppy. He was helpless. He was adorable.
Man, I want to keep loving the movie, but I think I don't.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And that's fine. Not every movie's for everybody.
I'll tell you what. Let Hollywood know I would watch that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've had a lot of issues getting any kind of feedback on that script.
Meaning what? Who have you sent it to?
Bill Murray.
Oh, you sent it to Bill Murray?
Yeah.
What role were you envisioning him playing?
Kind of like his Caddyshack guy.
So he's not Kramer or the other Kramer,
right?
Or Brutus or the giant.
Yeah, I just want him to do a cameo.
So it's Caddyshack Bill Murray.
Yeah.
In what role would he have? How would he advance the story of this movie?
He wouldn't, because he lives in the cabinet, so he wouldn't really advance the story. But like every once in a while, one of the Kramers would open up the cabinet, and then Caddyshack Bill Murray would be in the cabinet doing his traditional Caddyshack Bill Murray shtick.
Wow. That's okay. It's curious. Does love conquer him?
No.
Oh, good.
Bill Murray can't be touched.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck with that, Brian.
Oh, no, he does kill him.
Oh, okay. Can I ask you about another screenplay?
Absolutely.
X-Men. But you spelled it EX-MEN.
Yes.
X-Men.
Yeah.
Or X-Men.
Yeah.
So what because at first I was like, oh, this sounds like a cool superhero property, but
it is superhero.
Oh, tell me about it.
Well, they are, it's an elite group of female athletes that used to be men.
So, but these are the elite of the elite athletically.
Yes.
Okay.
So like they're the best discus toss, the best wrestler, the best track star, the best, javelin thrower, the best swimmer.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're all the best in their league as men.
Okay.
But then they undergo an operation or just say that they are women and suddenly they're ex-men.
Oh.
So now they're women.
Okay.
And now they're participating in all these women's events.
Right.
And they
just beating
are
the shit out of these ladies.
kicking ass.
That's great.
Yeah. I mean, every single one of them breaking records. So you see like the shot putter lady, X-Men, and throws the shot put and it goes further than any woman's ever thrown a shot. And then you just shot put. And then like all the other female contestants just look at her and just go like, what the and just like, it's pretty much that for the whole movie. Like, are you kidding me? Like, because these X-Men are so powerful,
right,
that they are devastating all the ladies.
So the X-Men wage war on the record books.
Yes.
Wow.
They conquer all the records.
Wow.
Empowering.
That is empowering. Well, good luck with that, Brent. That seems topical. That seems like that could sell.
I hope it sells. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about First Wives Club 2, Electric Boogaloo.
First Wives Club 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. What sort of weirdo combination? What are you trying to pull?
Well, this crazy scientist named Mr. Dementia.
Mr. Dementia.
Mr. Dementia.
Not the most dynamic.
No. I misunderstood what dementia meant. And so he creates a vortex out of a black hole and raspberries. And the fruits have a lot of black hole qualities. I don't know if you know that.
I don't know that.
So he creates a black hole vortex, which sucks all the first ladies out of history. The presidential first ladies. Yeah. And brings them into
the first wives.
Yeah. So brings them into the 1980s. Breakdancing had just started to take America by storm. Parachute pants, boom boxes, all that stuff.
Yep.
And putting your head on cardboard and spinning around.
Sure.
And the stuff. And so all these first ladies are sucked in. And so they're all alive again because the space-time continuum doesn't matter because of the raspberries and the black hole vortex.
Yeah, smart.
And basically there's a breakdancing contest. And so all the first ladies, the first wives, wind up competing.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
What happens in the big competition? What's the grand finale?
There's a dance-off between the first ladies, Martha Washington, played by Felicity Huffman if she gets out of prison.
Maybe you should just find someone else.
I might. Mary Lincoln.
Yeah, Mary Todd Lincoln. Have you cast her already?
Yes, Winona Ryder.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
that one makes sense.
And then whoever married Howard Taft.
You couldn't be bothered just to Google that?
I didn't really get around to it, no.
So in the script, that's how she's...
Yeah, she's called Whoever Married Howard Taft. That's her character.
That doesn't seem very of the moment. It doesn't seem very pro-woman that you couldn't even...
I honestly couldn't be bothered. I just didn't, whoever married Howard Taft worked for me.
Who plays her?
Whoever Tom Hanks's wife is.
Oh, Rita Wilson.
Okay.
You couldn't look that up?
I didn't, no.
Jesus, Brian.
Sorry.
Okay.
So yeah, that's.
And so who wins the breakdancing competition?
Whoever married Howard Taft.
Why? What? Why?
Because she was just better at breakdancing. And so at the end, you see the judge and like they're all looking at one another. And there's this tension and the breakdance music is playing. And they're looking around and he goes, and the winner is whoever married Howard Taft.
Okay.
Yeah. Roll credits.
Wait, you just rolled the credits off of that?
Yeah.
Do you cut to her to see her reaction, or is it ends on the judge?
Yeah, I don't. It's okay. You don't need to.
Geez, there are going to be some think pieces about this film. It's not going to be well received.
I hope Salon weighs in.
I just want buddy. I just want to get you ready because it's not gonna go well for you.
I'm willing. It's my craft and it's my art, and I will not change it.
Okay. God bless. God bless you. This is a strange movie. At least it seems like an original property. The Accidental Virgin.
Yeah, it's a movie about. His name is Timmy Twister. That's his. He's got a last name Twister, which is unusual.
Okay.
And he's 18 years old.
Oh, time to become a man.
Yeah, he's a virgin. He's just kind of like, I want to meet a lady.
Yeah.
I want to know what love is.
Yep.
I want you to hold me. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me.
Okay.
And
I think we now can't publish this podcast.
And so he meets this woman, and her name is Brenda Glee, which is funny because she's always happy. So the name is actually, it works. It's Brenda Glee. It's like, Bill Ironside. Like you're like, strong, tough guy.
Yeah.
Jim
Han
Steele.
Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he and Brenda Glee, they start dating and they fall in love. And then there's the big night. And she says to him, I'd like you to stay over.
Oh, man.
And he's like, I want to stay over. And she's like, okay. She's like, I'm going to go into the room
Nice.
and get ready.
Yep.
I want you to, come into the room in 15 minutes.
Oh, that's great.
It's like, okay. So he's all nervous,
Yeah.
He goes to the scene. He goes
I'm
down
nervous.
to the bar, the liquor cabinet, pours himself a shot of whiskey to kind of get himself
calm his nerves.
Calm his nerves. So he waits. He looks at his watch. And then it's time. And he creeps up, goes to a door, and he turns the door knob, and he opens it. And the room's dark. He closes the door. He creeps over. And he takes off his clothes, and he climbs into the bed.
Oh, great!
And then makes love.
Oh,
and
that's great.
And then
it seems really nice, Brian.
And he gets up, and he goes out into the kitchen and pour himself a glass of water.
Yeah.
And then Brenda Glee comes walking out into the kitchen. And he looks at her lovingly and she goes, where have you been? Where the hell have you been?
What?
Yeah. And he looks at her like, I was just in the room. She's like, I'm down this hallway. Yeah.
What happened in the room that he was in?
He killed a puppy.
With sex? Or?
Yeah.
Oh.
How else do you kill a puppy?
Well, there are a few ways, I would imagine.
Well, this way was the most romantic way. But he was technically still a virgin, so he is the accidental virgin.
I see. Yeah, he would still technically. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's not made love to a lady.
Yeah.
Is the puppy a lady?
No.
And I just want to clarify that you're categorizing this as romance.
Yeah.
A dog accidentally getting rape killed? You think that's...
You never know.
Do you? Do you not know?
You got to be an innovator. You got to think outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I like to do with my art.
Okay. Well, and as an artist, what were you trying to say? Like, what's your filmmaker's message?
Turn on the damn lights. There's news out there, Jack, that you missed.
That I missed?
Yeah, because of the Trump news cycle, it's always Trump, 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 Trump.
Right. So there are a lot of stories you're saying.
That fall through the cracks.
That makes sense.
And you know what I do? I go out and I find those stories.
Okay.
And then I read them to you and to the listeners, who I call listeners, because I don't know how to pronounce L, Jack.
Right. I remember that about you now.
Can I tell you the news you missed?
Well, if I say no...
You've killed the segment.
I've killed the segment. We're not going to have enough time in the podcast. And then people are going to be like, why is your podcast?
Why is your podcast?
So sure.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you the news you missed.
Great.
Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Chief Peter Newsham says that after a year-long investigation, the Metropolitan Police Department had exhausted all leads and would be officially calling off the search for Mitch McConnell's chin.
Oh.
Yeah, in a press conference yesterday, Newsham said that in the time right after Senator McConnell's chin had gone missing, he was absolutely confident that it would be found. But after a fruitless year-long chin hunt, he could no longer justify diverting significant police resources away from slightly more pressing issues such as homicides, assaults, and being overly sassy. Chief Newsham says that despite the bad news, he hoped that Senator McConnell would be able to, quote, keep his chin up, end quote, which he immediately regretted saying because the senator has no chin.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
Real foot and mouth moment for that guy.
Right.
That's, well, yeah, I did not see that story. So that you're accurate. That's a story that I missed.
Sad story.
It is sad. It does. It's, his lips end and then it's his shoulders or a
Lips
white
torso.
jelly. Yeah, lips torso.
CNN reports that host Chris Cuomo is eagerly devouring Wikipedia articles about the recently blown up Iranian Major General Qasem Soleimani, an individual about whom Cuomo had previously known absolutely nothing. A spokesman for the CNN host said that Chris was, quote, concerned that he always looked like a know-nothing schmuck who has his job only because his dad was governor, end quote, and that he hoped to change that image by looking as though he knew what he was talking about the next time he was on TV. Cuomo ran into trouble initially because when Googling, he was unable to spell Soleimani, Qasem, or Iran. But after a brief consultation with an intern, the 49-year-old journalist, in quotes, was well on his way to possibly not putting his foot in his mouth again.
Wow. And he didn't know how to spell Iran.
Apparently.
Wow.
Or Iran.
That seems to be a point of contention with us today.
No, yeah.
That you appear to be pronouncing it right, and I'm saying it like Americans say it.
Iran.
I
ran so far.
And it's Iran.
Iran. Yeah.
Okay. I missed that story. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it falls through the cracks.
Thanks for finding it.
There's every week is like a crazy cycle.
Huh. Is there more? That must be it. That's a lot of crazy
there's
stories.
more news,
No
Jack.
kidding.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
I don't like this pressure. Taking a cue from the gender reveal party trend, a New York woman has invented what she's calling the divorce reveal party. A divorce reveal party is similar to a gender reveal in that family and friends gather around. However, rather than using pink or blue colors to identify the child's gender, the host uses a lawyer who bursts out of a cake or broom closet to present documentation indicating the spouse's desire to terminate the marriage. Dobbs Ferry wife Betsy Helmuth said that she intends to host the very first divorce reveal party this weekend, unbeknownst to her husband, Jack.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
And, here's a funny footnote to that story.
Yeah.
This is a crazy thing because my wife's name is also Betsy Helmuth.
No kidding.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
and my name's also Jack.
That's so weird.
I also live in Dobbs Ferry, New York.
What are the odds of that?
That's insane.
Huh.
That's a really neat story. What? Can we go back a second?
That's the news you missed, Jack. I think we should just move on.
Can we just take a quick break?
No, we should just keep moving on. Don't think about it.
So, Brian.
Yeah, Jack.
So I am so excited because we've got a tremendous guest on the show tonight.
Tremendous.
And which is ironic because he is a man who has been putting out a lot of tree fires. That's right. I've gotten us a firefighter from Australia.
No kidding.
Yes, he's coming onto the show to talk about that whole situation there, tell some funny anecdotes, break down the situation.
Is he phoning in from Australia?
No. He's here. He's here today. He came out.
We flew him to New York?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, to do the podcast.
That can't be cheap.
No, it was an incredible amount of money. And luckily the fire department in Australia is paying for it.
They're paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
So they're spending money to send one of their firefighters to New York to do a podcast.
That's right.
They
think it's going to help a lot.
But he's not helping fight fires at the moment.
I know they could really use him right now.
How long is he here for?
Oh, typical like podcast day, like 10, 11 days.
10 or 11, because when you come that far, you really want to make the most out of it.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to see some things. I mean, the Statue of Liberty, Ground Zero. He wants to, he's got enough time. He actually is going to head out west and see the Golden Gate Bridge.
I feel bad that we dragged a firefighter that they could use to our podcast.
They could really use him because I'm told that he's the best firefighter in that country, in that continent.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we could have just had him phone in maybe and saved a lot of money and he could have gotten
and
back
that
to
never
work.
dawned on me.
Huh.
I never thought that we could have just spoken to him on the phone.
Okay, well.
Let me introduce him then. What? What?
I would love to accept. Who's that?
Wait a minute. We have a house phone?
Yes. I have a 1947 rotary phone, Jack.
It's like the one Andy Griffith used,
It's actually, this is the one from the Andy Griffith show.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Should we let it go to? Does it have voicemail?
No. It'll just keep ringing.
It's a really old-timey ring.
Yeah, it will not stop ringing, and they'll just keep ringing. There's no voicemail. There's no answering machine. There's nothing.
Should we just pick it up? And who could it be?
I suppose we could.
All right, we'll just pick it up. See what it is.
I dare you to pick it up, Jack.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Is this? Hello.
This is questionable material with Jack and Brian.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but I've been trying to talk to somebody for the last hour, so that's good enough. I've been on hold with Fox and Friends. Is this another radio show or?
Wait a minute. Is this President Donald Trump?
It is. That's what my caller ID says.
What?
Yes, the call ID should come up as President Donald J. Trump, best president ever, better than all the rest. Most people at an inauguration. That's what I have in my phone for everybody.
I mean, I only have 16 characters maximum on my phone, but I get the gist.
I use a lot of the @ sign and little asterisks and stuff. I'll send it to you after, but please put the appropriate contact info on my phone. Thank you.
Wait, I'm flabbergasted.
Excuse me. I just want to make sure he's putting the correct contact info on the phone.
Yeah.
He's getting it. Is it entered?
Yeah, it's all entered.
How many of you are there? Is it 2, 3?
It's 2. It's questionable material with Jack and Brian. He's Jack and I'm Brian.
Got it. Okay, so not Rick and Morty. It's different than that.
Right? No, that's a cartoon on Comedy Central.
You guys are real people. This isn't a cartoon.
No, we're real people.
Yeah, this isn't a dream.
Okay.
This isn't a cartoon.
Flesh and blood. Yeah.
Flesh and blood. Okay, cool. All right. Well, as long as you guys have listeners, that's great. I'm sure you have a ton. Not as many as me, but you guys are probably going to get the most subscribers you've ever had. So you're welcome.
Just so you know, Mr. President, it is about 10 o'clock at night when we're taping this. You're just on hold it's not on the air for another 10 hours.
No, I keep the phone on hold and they patch me in. I'm constantly on hold to talk to them. They're waiting for me and I wait for them. It's a give and take sort of thing. We have a very close relationship, Fox and Friends and I. So they'll just pick up whenever I'm ready or whenever they're ready. I pick up. It's the same thing. It goes back and forth, but you go on, guys. It's okay. It's late at night. I'm waiting for a fish fillet right now. We'll be fine. So where do people get this? Is it on the computer? Is it on the television? Because I flip through every channel. I've not seen you guys. What channel are you guys on? Pix? You guys on Pix?
No, not on Pix.
No, that's the channel 11 in New York City.
Yeah,
no, we're not on
Pix.
Boys.
Okay,
been to their offices before, but
You've been to Pix. I love everybody at Pix. Everybody at Pix is great. If you guys could get in business with Pix, we'd be great. I love everybody at Pix.
Let's just tell them we're on it.
Okay, yeah, we're on Pix.
Yeah, we're on channel 11.
You guys are on Pix.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'll tell Sean Spicer to put that out as well. So you guys are on Pix.
Yeah. And
you just tell me the time and then we'll make sure I watch myself. Okay. So do you guys have any other questions for me? Anything else?
Little question. Yeah. Okay. So some recent news with the, I guess, what would you call it? The dispatching or / assassination of or elimination of a general, is it Qasem Soleimani?
I don't know. I don't even know how to, they just put the name in front of me. They said, you want him here or you not want him? I don't know what his name is. I thought I was ordering food in a different language. And then they just told me he did some stuff. So we got rid of him.
So you thought you were ordering food. You didn't realize you were ordering somebody to actually fire a missile at an individual.
Correct. Once I initially said that, that's what I wanted. And then I realized that it wasn't food. And I just said, I want it gone. And they said, you want it gone or him gone? And I said, I just want it gone. And then the next thing I know, everybody's freaking out.
Because you thought like someone accidentally put like a Thai menu in front of you. And you're like, or whatever.
I want it gone. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And then the next thing I know, everybody's freaking out over, and I didn't understand what was happening. But apparently a lot of people said he was a bad guy. Mm-hmm. Did a lot of bad things, very weak, low energy, did a lot of nasty stuff, and we needed to have him gone. So it worked out in our favor. And it seems like everybody's saying that they're very happy about it. Everybody's pleased. We're going to be stronger than ever. So even when I make a mistake, we win. We win big.
Well, that's great. Do you have like a funny, pithy nickname for this fella?
I just was calling him crispy, crunchy, tight, whatever. I don't know. I thought he was General Low chicken, General Low energy chicken. I didn't know
that's
what he
good.
was, where he was from.
Yeah.
And now he's just, he's gone. He's 6 feet under. So it doesn't matter. He's just gone. I didn't even have anything made up for it. There wasn't enough time before I figured out who he was. He was dead.
So that's now. Is that how does that affect you? Because like you've kind
It
of
doesn't. It doesn't.
It doesn't. You don't feel.
No. I feel no. Keep going. Keep going.
Well, because I'm just curious. Because like as far as I know, I'm not directly responsible for the death of another individual, but you kind of are. And I just does that make you feel you don't feel any kind of weirdness or kind of like it's something I did that doesn't.
I've dealt with eliminating so many people even before I was in office that that's what qualified me for the job initially, to be honest. I've dealt with people. We've eliminated people. If you've seen The Godfather, I'm pretty close to Michael Corleone. So I've had this dealt with before. I absolutely feel nothing. And we're going to win in 2020 in November, bigger than ever.
Yeah, how are you feeling about that? You feeling energized about this election forthcoming? Do you feel like there are any particular candidates you're afraid of, or
the person I'm the most worried about is probably Andrew Yang.
Because
honestly, because he's talking about giving people money, and it's a good idea. I'm not gonna lie, I might steal that from him. Hopefully, he gets eliminated. I'm gonna take that tactic.
Was it possible? Would you consider voting for him to get that money?
If you know what, that is the first good thing that's been said since I've called into you guys. That's actually a pretty good idea. That if there's a way that you and me and whatever your partner's name is,
Brian,
we can all try to vote for Andrew Yang, get a couple votes his way, get some of the money, funnel that towards me. Not exactly a quid pro quo, but I could get you guys some more followers. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh.
So you like the idea of a universal basic income kind of thing?
I like the idea of income becoming into me in any regard. That's always a win. Anytime you can get money, no matter how you have to get it, you take it. That's the number one thing. You never throw away money, guys. I don't know how you're paying for this thing, but I hope someone else is paying for it.
Yeah, I wish.
And it's really sad. This is not going how I thought. I'm really waiting for Fox and Friends to pick up soon so I can get off of this call.
I mean, their show doesn't start for several hours. So, I mean, I guess we've got some time to chat.
Okay, I really, really made a terrible error, and I'm waiting for Ivanka to come home soon. Just because, do you guys have kids? Do you guys have kids?
We both have 2 kids. Yep.
Daughters, boys, what are we looking at?
I have 2 boys, and Jack has a boy and the other one.
And the other one being a girl.
Got it. Is she hot or?
Well,
she's a cute girl.
Yeah, I mean,
I guarantee you that they're never going to be as big. Have you seen my daughter? I don't know. Have you guys seen my daughter?
I have,
you guys have seen my daughter, right?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't she something? She's pretty special. Wouldn't you say she's pretty special?
She seems,
in all the right areas,
sure,
right?
Sure,
like,
yeah.
Well, like her heart and brain?
mean, everything else. The heart and the brain, that's everybody gets one of those, but it doesn't look like how she looks. You know what I mean? And it's sort of like somebody's going to do it. It may as well be the one that, it technically is just mine. So, I mean, I just want to get that out there. If anybody doesn't understand how I'm feeling, I think it's pretty obvious. If you were in my shoes, you guys would do the same thing. Am I right?
No.
That's the thing. You haven't been in my shoes. You don't understand.
Right.
The shoes are too big. So obviously it wouldn't fit. That's number one, because you guys probably have small feet and everything else tiny. But excuse me, small feet.
Sure. I'm size 14, honestly. I mean,
am I going to see that on pics? Are we going to see the shoes? Because I want to verify the shoe size. Unless you're lying, in which case you've done a good job, because you listen to what I said. You just say whatever you want and everybody will believe you.
I have size 27 shoes.
There you go. Now you guys are really starting to learn from me. Okay,
Wow.
You're going to be big success working on a cabinet position in my book.
Oh,
Does that sound good, guys?
It does sound good.
Some subscribers. We want to get some cabinet positions going here. I mean, it's,
I would,
it's fine.
yes, I would be very happy with that.
Maybe I get Andrew Yang to throw you guys a little, BMI or whatever it is that he has. And we'll give you guys, a couple $1,000 as well.
Body mass index is.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's something. Yeah, I know he's got 3 letters. Everybody's got
UBI
3 letters.
or The universal basic income. Yeah.
I think he does.
No.
He probably does have a UTI.
Well, that's a
But
urinary
if you
tract
wanna-
infection. No, that's different.
Yeah.
That's what you can. I'm not sure you can just
Okay.
say that about.
IBM, maybe? Is that what it is? No.
No,
I'm
that's
sorry.
a company.
MIB.
No, that's a
the
movie
Men in Black.
franchise that keeps getting ruined. Yeah.
A BLT is what it is. Is that what
Sandwich.
it is?
Great sandwich.
Nope.
Nope. ATM. ATM.
Well, that's
is what
Well,
it
that's a
is.
couple
a
things.
dispenser of money and a dirty video.
Okay, so I know what it is. It's got 3 letters, and I know it means that everybody gets $1,000.
Okay.
It's something like that. So, whatever it is, we'll get you that, and that could kind of maybe sweeten the deal a little bit. Okay, guys? Does that sound like something we'd be interested in?
Yes.
I guess so.
Okay. There you go. Guys, it's called The Art of Making the Deal. I'll sign the copy for you. If you guys need the book, you should read it. You're going to learn a lot, and you're going to win, and you're going to win big.
Do you think we could get a complimentary copy of the book?
No, it'll be $12.95, and I got a 3% of that. But I'll give you one. It'll be signed, and that signature is going to be worth a lot of money.
Are you worried about retribution from Iran?
Of course not. What am I worried about? I'm going to be fine. It's you guys who should be worried. I mean, let's be honest. I'm going to be totally fine. They have to protect me. I mean, do you guys have a bunker? I know a great bunker guy. You guys need a bunker guy? Things are going to get a little bit bumpy. Let's just say I'm going to be fine, but you guys might need a bunker. I don't know. You guys said you got very low budget, so we might need to get you a bunker, boys.
When you say you guys need a bunker, do you mean the entire city of New York or just the two of us in particular?
Yeah, I'm talking to you, but it's going to stretch a lot more than that. Okay, that's all. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. When we get attacked, they're going to hate me so much. It's going to be the biggest, best attack on our country ever, because that's how I do it. Everybody's going to be talking about it. So they're really, in the end, it's the bigger the better. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad as long as it's big.
What if they were to attack Trump Tower?
As long as I'm not in it, we could build it bigger and better than ever. And, honestly, I'd be surprised. I'd be offended if they didn't go after it, to be honest. I mean, if they know it's good for them, they're going to, because any Trump Tower attack is going to have a lot of people, a lot of big money people in there, a lot of important people. We only have the best clientele staying in our place. So it'd actually be very smart. Not that I want them to do it. If they're listening, guys, I don't want you to do it, but it'd be smart to do it. Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
Wow.
It's the art of the deal, guys. It's the art of the deal. Okay, if you get the book, we'll get you a copy. You're going to learn how to do this right away. Okay, it's just called The Art of the Deal. I make a lot of deals, a lot of people who want to get in business with me. So I know a lot of connected people. We can hook you guys up.
And you're going to mail us that free copy? Is that right?
$12.95, and I'll sign it for you for another small fee we could talk about. If you want the signature, it's going to be a big, big signature. You guys have seen me sign a lot of documents and a lot of paper, so it's going to be a nice, big, juicy DGT.
What do you charge for a signature, out of curiosity?
The signature is $350,000.
Wow. $350,000. Wow.
It's going to be worth a lot more soon. Mm-hmm. So that is an investment piece for you guys. Okay. It's a small investment. It's $12.95 for the book, and then the fee on top of it.
So about 20 years ago, I got an autograph from porn star Ron Jeremy, and he charged me $20. And I thought that was expensive. And that hasn't appreciated in value.
Yeah, that's probably actually gone down in value, I would imagine. So that was a bad investment on your part. That is not what you want to be doing, Brian. I love Ron Jeremy. I understand why you were a fan of him, too. I'm glad I found another RJ fan. Ron Jeremy, in my opinion, is probably the best actor of all time.
Wow.
Oh, so we're not even talking about porn.
No. Movies in general. I would probably say Ron Jeremy. Sly is number 2.
Wow.
And number 3 is probably Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel
number 3. I don't know how the Academy Award hasn't awarded him yet. He's made 8-9 movies. He made one where the guy died already, and he made it still with the guy in the movie. It's incredible the work he did in that movie. And instead they're giving it to, all these other bozos. I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis. I mean, I don't understand why that guy gets so many awards.
I wanted to ask you about some comments you made in in early December that I think confused a lot of people. You were talking about
a lot of confusing stuff.
No, I know. So I'm definitely, thank you. I'm definitely going to narrow that down for you. You were talking about conserving water because Americans, you say, are flushing 10 to 15 times per trip to the bathroom. Now that can't be true.
It's absolutely true. We've done a survey. We're trying to add it to the census questions. It's hopefully going to make it on in 2030, but it takes people a lot of times to flush when it goes. I don't know how many times it takes you guys, and you're probably not telling the truth, but it takes me probably 20 flushes to dispatch a turd.
20 flushes?
What?
20 flushes. I'm going to be honest with you. Each of my dumps is probably the size of a catcher's mitt, and that is a minimum, okay, of the catcher's mitt size. And it takes me about 20 flushes to get that thing gone.
Huh.
That's just...
Okay.
Unhealthy.
What do you guys think? Yeah, well, when you eat quarter pounders with cheese in one sitting, about a dozen of them, and then you got your fish fillet, you're going to get a catcher's mitt-sized dump. But it will come back to you in the end. And by the end, I am talking, just so you guys, I know you guys are dim, I'm talking about my bunghole, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. And this is just a fact, fellas. I take dumps bigger than Michael Bloomberg every day. And that is honestly not just one of my legendary nicknames and put downs that everybody loves. That's honestly just a fact. My dumps are bigger than the size of Michael Bloomberg. They're tremendous. They're huge. Excuse me. They're huge. Okay. This summer, I ate so many McRib sandwiches that it caused me to defecate so large that it actually registered as an event to geologists. So one of my turds was an actual event. And if they had put it on pics, it probably would have been the highest rated event of the night.
It was a Richter scale event. Wow. That's fascinating.
Goodness.
These are the stories you don't hear about.
This is why you got to interview someone.
Yeah.
This is it.
Well, that's why, and that we know nobody's really listening, which is fine. That's why it's just between us. But once we turn this thing on and we really go, we're going to have to cover it up a little bit. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Well, okay. So what are you doing this weekend?
This weekend, I'm going to get into a little bit of stuff. It all starts with how I'm going to hang out tonight. So pretty much once I get off the phone with you guys, I'm going to scream at CNN for a while. That's sort of my typical routine. And then I get a little tired out and I get a little fussy. And then I need to get my fillet of fish again. You know what? I may decide to kill somebody else. I don't know. Maybe I'll accidentally read a magazine upside down and I'll order the death of, the president of France or something. I don't know. But Macron's got to go anyway.
Well, you knew his name.
Macron's got to go. Wow.
Macaroon. Yeah. Nobody likes macaroons anyway. It's not a great treat. Yeah. So that's just a low key little weekend for DJT.
What is your Secret Service nickname?
Mogul is what everybody calls me.
Okay. That's your Secret Service code name is Mogul. Okay.
I did read that. That's right. Yeah.
Very subtle. So everybody calls me Mogul. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And what about Melania?
Melania, we call Snooze, obviously, because that's what she is. So Melania's Snooze, or Muse, maybe I heard once. I call her Snooze. I think all the other guys picked that up, so we call her Snooze.
Okay. And Ivanka?
Ivanka is Marvel. Obviously, because she's obviously marvelous, but she's as wonderful and big as all of the Marvel movies, which I love. She is my personal Captain Marvel.
And Jared Kushner is, what is he? Mechanic.
Jared Kushner. Jared Kushner is the mechanic because I'm telling you, that guy can fix anything. We've put him on every job. The guy works wonders with a socket wrench. I got to tell you, a lot of people tell me that. I've never seen it.
Yeah, you wouldn't get that from looking at him. Okay. And what about Tiffany?
Tiffany? We just call her Tiffany. We didn't want to give her a nickname. We ran out and they asked me, does she need one? And I said, just call her Tiffany. I mean, do we really need to call her anything else? She's just Tiffany.
You couldn't have run out of words. I mean, you say you ran out, but there are a lot of words.
Mechanic, mogul, muse, Marvel. Sounds like Tiffany's coming up now. I don't know any other M words. Obviously, I can't call her McDonald's because then everyone would get confused when I actually am calling McDonald's. So
Right.
well, yeah. Nickname.
And you actually like McDonald's.
I love McDonald's. Not a huge fan of Tiffany, unfortunately. That's okay. She's lower on the list. But
why is that? Yeah.
That's just what I was going to ask.
Why is Tiffany lower on the list?
Simply put, she's just not hot. I mean, let's be honest, guys. Plastic surgery can only cover up so much, and she still looks like Miss Piggy. So,
Wow.
she's just no daughter of mine, to be honest. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, she's at best a 2. I mean, come on.
Wow.
But a McRib is an 8. You can't go wrong with a McRib.
Well, I guess on that note, Mr. President, I mean, it concerns me a little bit that you had an hour to talk to us, but I appreciate the time nonetheless.
Yeah.
I got nothing but time, guys. I pretty much am done the job by about 11 a.m. The rest of the time, I'm waiting on the phone. I'm on hold. I'm talking to my bunker guy. I'll give you the name again. And then I'm pretty much waiting to get back on Fox and Friends. I mean, my beginning of day, end of day starts with Fox and Friends.
Wow.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. President.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure, boys. Okay, and get that bunker. Okay.
We will. Good luck with the impeachment, sir.
Yeah. Good luck.
Okay. Thank you so much. We're gonna win big.
Okay, great. And again, don't forget to send that book free.
Yes, book $12.95. Okay. Gotta go.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
$12.95. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Well, Jack, that was an episode.
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah, you need to be more enthusiastic. Could you at least be a little like, yay, hooray?
Well, I didn't particularly care for our chat at the beginning. I didn't. The implication that my wife is not happy with me sexually. Some of your jokes about her was very off-putting. And
Well, I'd like to say that I'm very sorry.
Oh, thank you, Brian.
I'm not. I'd like to say, but I can't.
Oh, is that some sort of psychopathy?
I just don't feel
Or sociopathy?
sorry.
Oh, you just don't.
I'm not
so you can feel
sociopathic. I'm
sorry
actually very empathetic with most people.
I know you are. If it's something I like about you.
Yeah, but in your case, I just don't. I feel nothing. It's a void.
Oh, okay. Well, it's hard to not take that a little
Hope you
personally.
die, Jack.
Okay. Can we just end the podcast now?
I guess so.
Before you say something that you're really going to regret?
Can we at least plug the newsletter?
Okay, go ahead. Plug away.
Please subscribe to the podcast. Simple. You press a button that says subscribe. All right, I don't think we have to walk anybody through this. We just have to ask them.
Mm-hmm. What else, Brian?
Well, we have a funny newsletter every once in a while, qmpodcast.com. You can sign up for that.
It is funny.
You're funny.
Thank you. Was that meant as a put down?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then.
I meant like funny
go down.
looking.
Okay.
Funny like a dummy.
Sharp.